Hi everyone! Today we're going to be going over your spicy opinions, and we're going to be just having some fun together. We've got Wublin in the background today, which is pretty unique for a live stream. I don't think we've had him there for quite a while, so I'm excited with him being there. So let's get into it then, shall we? Super excited. Oh, I can hear myself. What's going on? Oh, I've got it open in a window. There we go. I've turned it off now. I think you guys could hear me in the background as well because I've got my microphone on. Yeah, you guys would have heard me there too, repeating myself. Okay, we're all right now. Let's go straight into some spicy opinions then, shall we? We're going to go from the beginning. I was making sure it was working. Right, here we go. Spicy opinion number one. This first one for the day. Floogull is the best monster in the game. Changed my mind. Now, I do quite agree with this one because every single island that Floogull has been on, whether it's Amber Island, Firehaven, Floogull does carry the song. Even on Cave Island. It has a really cool continent part as well, doesn't it? You know, even in Dawn of Fire, Floogull is good, so I get that. And one of my best friends, their favourite monster is Floogull, so I can get behind this, why you'd think that, honestly. So yeah, I do agree, but I don't think it's the best monster in the game. I think everyone has different favourites, and that's a part of the fun, really. So even though it's this person's favourite, I don't think it's the best monster, because the best monster is subjective. Let's have a look. What's the next one? Oh, this person's got a good one. Monster Collector MSM. The so-called ugly. Ugly? There's no ugly in my singing monsters. It's monsters. What do you expect? I think it's like Octopus or Deej are actually some of the coolest monsters in the game. Right, okay. I agree with this. I don't get why everyone says that things are ugly. You have things like Schlep. Right, Schlep and gets a lot of hate. These monsters, they have a lot of hate. I don't actually have the new Mythicals on my mobile version right now. I'm too busy breeding for the rare Wublins. We're not on Steam. But yeah, I agree. Why do people find them ugly? These guys are cool. We have some cool monsters that are ugly. They can be ugly, yet also cool. I agree with that. Deej and Octopus as well, they really do contribute towards the islands. Octopus not really as much as Deej, I'd say. But yeah, really land-found monsters there that deserve a bit more, I think. More attention towards these guys. Let's have a look. What's this next one? Avery. I'm going to increase the size of this because I can barely see it. I don't know if this is spicy or not, but Anglow and PingHound are both amazing contributors to Mythical Island. You know, this video ain't gonna really go on that well without these Mythicals, is it? So maybe I should go ahead and get them. I think that'd be a cool idea. So I'll go ahead and try and breed an Anglow while we're doing this, because people are going to continue to bring up these and I just don't have them on screen, which I don't think really helps. Oh wait, I can just teleport you on over and get them, because I already had one. I bred it, I think, this morning. It was in my nursery, so I can just place it down now. That'd be ideal. I think I have to disagree with this person, though. Because I personally, right, I feel like it came across a bit when I was reacting to the monster, but I just don't find these sounds to be that good. I think that these two are the lower side Mythicals. Worse, should I say? I don't know. I don't want to be that harsh. Mythicals on Mythical Island. Anglow, I don't really sense what they're trying to do with its first track. I love it inside of my favourite verse. I think it adds a lot there. But when it's singing normally on its first one, I just actually don't like that. In the comments, someone put it sounds like a siren. And I kind of agree with that. I'm going to annoy a lot of people in the chat. I'm waiting for them comments now inside live chat. I'm going to look. I'm going to annoy everyone with these Anglow comments. I just know it, but I think that the weakest additions for sure, these two new Mythicals that we've got. I'm not really a fan. I just can't. Dreamatic, hot take. I have a hot take. Oh, Dreamatic, what's your hot take? It's this one. Look, it's a siren. Look, I'm sorry, but there's no chord structure behind it. It's just a siren. I don't understand. Someone put, your videos make my day, and Fairy Island is underrated. I agree. I love Fairy Island. That's probably the island that I'd say is definitely the most underrated in the game to me, because I love that island so very dearly. I'm waiting for these comments. Oh, everyone's coming in here with all these spicy takes. I'm liking it. Oh, my sister's saying they are not a siren. They are a siren! They're a police siren. I can't unsee it now. Yeah. Oh, Xyster Oblivious. Xyster Oblivious is already a member. AMPG, back again for another live stream. I can never miss these because I love them so much. Xyster Oblivious says, oh, thank you. I really enjoy making these. Amazing. Oh, hearing this final verse, it gets me every time. It's my favourite verse. I have to do a boogie, okay? I love it so much. What's his next question? I feel like we've addressed this enough. I think this person really likes it, and we've got across my opinions there. So I'm quite pleased with that. Let's move on. Erica's here with a spicy opinion again. Lovely. I think Tring is a wonderful quad element. I love the design of him and how it, or they, shall we say, not him, we can't say him, everyone will be on to us. No monster pronouns, is there? Because they're genderless. I love the design, and he's big, and his sound is cool. Not every quad has to be amazing, and I think that really does show, because we have, what's a really small quad? Krillby. Krillby's a small quad, and that really brings a lot, doesn't it? The monsters, they don't have to be huge to be quads, I agree. Pladdy is the prime example, though, I think. Let's go to Pladdy. Pladdy's probably the smallest quad, I'd say. And they'd still add a ton. It just really does come to show. They don't have to be big. It's just the contribution that matters. And, you know, it's not really... I think Tring's made up with its design. And I do agree, not every quad has to be amazing, but I think, seeing as though the island is progressing towards that, I think there is kind of an expectation there that it should deliver in some sense. So I think the quads, yeah, should deliver, but I think Tring is an interesting example of how quads could be different, but I think Tring is the least, I don't know, it's the least interesting quad, ain't it? You gotta give it that, though. It does just... It's not as good as the other ones, okay. Avery's... Oh, that's massive, that one. We've got a massive spicy opinion here. Every island is amazing. Except Amber Island. And the Colossals. Moving on now. Maiku, Werdos are so good. I'd love to see them on the Magical Islands too. I would love to see more Werdos. I would die to see more Werdos. I really would love to see some more. I think, though, if we do see some more, I don't see it being, anytime soon. I don't know. And if they do go onto the Magical Islands, I think they definitely need to be different on there. The Magical Islands whole spiel is being different and things, and just having the Werdos there just doesn't really seem to jive well with me. Nathan says, Happy Easter Extravaganza, everyone. Hi, Nathan. Oh, that's awesome that you're in the chat. Yeah, everyone's putting some really spicy opinions in the chat. I'm loving it. Keep them coming as well. We've got a spicy take here. Spicy stream. Keep it spicy in the chat as well, guys. Kieran, I really dislike Light Island. It's so repetitive. I don't care if that's the point of the song. It's boring, and Potbelly and Kana's tracks are engraved in my mind permanently. I think this goes for everyone at this point. Kana and Potbelly, they are really annoying on Light Island. I don't think anyone can dispute that. I think Kana goes on too long, but if you go and watch the composer, they've actually explained why the song is formatted this way. So if you've watched my Hidden Sounds video, you'd know that the Light Island song was formatted for the fire elementals because it was going to have Yelma originally and Tweedle and the air element, but it was taken away and replaced with the other element. Now, this is when Dave Kerr had left, so they couldn't go ahead and change the song at that point. So what actually happened was that the new composer who came onto the song had to work with the tracks that they'd already got for the voice actors. So I think that's why Kana plays a lot. If you have a look at as Magical Elementals, none of these are vocalists, and that's because besides Flores, there's other Hidden Sounds one there. Hot take, I love Light Island, Nathan says. That's great, Nathan. I like how there's lots of different opinions. Obviously, hot takes, I do want to say as well, while we're going through these, like, everyone is going to have different opinions, and that's what's amazing as well about the game, is that everyone is allowed to feel different things, and you might not agree with some of the things that I'm saying, but all in all, it's awesome, I think, to hear other people's opinions too. I really like it. But yeah, when the song was formatted, because they couldn't have any more vocalists, seeing as though there was so many once the air element was removed, they had to go ahead and make it so that these natural monsters that had these vocal tracks played more for the light monsters. It was some kind of twisted thing like that, and that's why Light Island is formatted this way. Moving on to his next one. My opinion is that Amber Island isn't all that bad. I think they could have done better, and it's still a funky island, though. I disagree. Where's my hammer? I've got a ruler here. Shall I use that? Wait, disagree. Order in the cart. Disagree. We'll use this from now on through the stream when we disagree. Obviously, everyone has their own opinions again, but we are going to be reflecting mine today. Amber Island, I think, has the most repetitive song. I don't sense any kind of real structure towards it. I feel like they could have done so much better with this song, and therefore, given how it's just such a hard island as well, disagree. Next one. Slag. Composer should be updated, adding fire monsters, mythicals, magicals, and etc. And it could be separated in elements or instrument types. That would be really cool. I think Composer needs a really large overhaul. It's got that massive island right now. I think it needs some infrastructure in place so you can go ahead and place these monsters down a little bit more. As Xyster says, please don't bash me MPG, but I really love Amber Island. Oh no, everyone's allowed to their own opinions. Here's the thing as well, I love Amber Island too. Like, it's not that I don't like it, it's just, it's one of my least favourite islands. I wouldn't go ahead and say I dislike it. I do dislike the Colossals, I'll give you that. But Amber Island, I still love it. I still love all of the quads and seeing the fire monsters on it. It's the designs and everything. I still love the island. It's just not one of my favourites, and I do go ahead and bash it sometimes. I do know. Where? Oh, yes, Composer. They've got to go ahead and rework that stage. Make it a bit more like Composer Island inside of the original game, I do think. If we go ahead and have the features here, adding the monsters wherever you want, I think they can go ahead and add to Composer. Because that Composer stage, it can only fit so much inside of the Composer app, I do think. So I think they're going to have to add a bit more onto that, hopefully. And then I think we might be able to see some more updates there. I think the Composer app, though, needs a pretty large overhaul. If you want to know more about my Composer thoughts, though, I recorded a collab with someone. Yes. I don't know if they've revealed that they're doing it yet, so I'm going to keep hush-hush about it, but maybe you can find it eventually. I'll say it's an interview with me. So if you're interested in that, I did talk about Composer a lot more in depth over there if you're interested. So stay tuned. PVZ, the best. MSM, the best. What do we mean? No, I'm biased. Seasonal Shanty will always be an S-tier song. Oh. Hot take number one here. I don't think that the Seasonal Shanty song is one of the best songs inside of the game. I'd say probably pretty... It's on my low tier sides of the islands. You can go and check out me island tier list. I explain all over there, but nah, the song is one of the weakest in the game to me. Probably even lower than Light Island, maybe? I really enjoyed the seasonal events and everything though, so that really makes this island for me. Oh, we forgot. Disagree. Average PlayStation enjoyer. Creepy Skull and Scargo aren't overrated Wublins. If anything, the most overrated Wublins would have to be Timper, Wajay, and Pixolotl. I can give you that towards Pixolotl, and Cyber's in the chat. Hi, Cyber. Composer update supremacy, yes. I think that those two aren't overrated, especially Scargo. Oh, by the way, I'm all over not having a Zynth form on Wublin Island now. Finally! We'll talk a bit more about that later, because I did see one question that comes on later about it, so I'll be able to look then. I don't like how the sounds don't play when they're in the clouds. I've already woke you up. Anyway. I'd say that Pixolotl is probably the most overrated. I think Timber has the right amount for what it does to the song. It adds a bunch, that one. It's an absolute bopper. I think Pixolotl, though, its design really contributes towards its cuteness. And seeing as though it was one of the last 5 to be added, and above the first 15 that were supposed to be added, they added the additional 5 that weren't originally supposed to be there. Arguably, quite monsters that you aren't really needed inside of the song. So I'd say probably that one is the most overrated. Doesn't add the most. Yeah. And it does get the most attention probably on Wublin Island out of all of them, along with Bon Appetit. I see what you mean there. Duality 9633. The Wublin change. Here we go. That's that question. Brilliant timing. My spicy opinion is that the Wublin change was deserved. After like 9 years of forms, it should have come to an end, and I couldn't agree more. Wublin Island forever has just been this form. Oh, well, the dog is... Oh, did you hear that? Oh, he's barking in his sleep. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, I do agree. I think the Wublin forms, they went on for long enough. Now we've got these new mechanics. It's finally given me something to just make me go ahead and sell all my Zynths. And I'm all over it. I really am excited to have it. Synthetic says, in your latest video, I asked if you could check out the Cold Island sound by itself. Did you take a look yet? Big fan, keep it up. What Cold Island sound, Synthetic? I'm not sure what you mean there. Xyster Oblivious, oh, another hot take here. Wubbox doesn't ruin Ethereal Island like some people say. I agree with that one. That is a good one. Wubbox on Ethereal Island, ruining it. It does so much for it. I love Wubbox on Ethereal Island. Rare Wubbox is so good as well. I love those additions a lot. Yeah. I don't think I'd want to see Wubbox on Magical Sanctum or anything like that, but on Ethereal, it's an absolute bop. I agree with that. What's his next one? Bonestromin. That's quite the name there. I like that name though again. Can put that in as S tier names along with Xyster Oblivious. I don't know if this is a spicy opinion or not, but I actually like all the island songs in My Singing Monsters, including Dawn of Fire. This is an opinion that I can totally get behind. All of the songs have all of the unique elements, and I think each one attributes themselves to other people, and there's so many different genres, whether you go to Bone, more of a jazzy take, Light is a much more nighttime feel, shall we say. It's so good. Yeah, I do agree. There's no island that I don't like except Amber Island and Party Island. Party Island gets a lot of hate. I do agree with that. You know, we need an agree hammer. I don't have an agree hammer. I only have a disagree one, but agree. I agree with this comment. Those two are probably the weakest songs. Oh, and a question. What do I think about more islands with Ethereals? I don't want to see the Ethereals come on any islands that we have right now. I don't sense that I'd really like that. I feel like the elements that we've got right now are really good, and I don't see how they go about that. I'm pretty happy with the Ethereals and how they are. However, if you want to know what might lay in store for the future behind My Singing Monsters, I do have quite a few videos coming up, so make sure to stay tuned. MSM Socks, my spicy opinion, is that Gold Island is one of the worst islands in the game. Oh, this is a good one. Blimey, that is a spicy take. We're gonna have to get his disagree hammer out. It's supposed to be like the final island, but I don't believe it lives up to that standard. I don't agree. Okay. It's really satisfying getting the Wubboxes on the other islands. I'll give you that. Wubboxes don't really provide as much on Gold Island. I will give you that one. However, Gold Island is the perfect ending island to me. I think it's a beautiful culmination of the franchise overall, and the idea of getting every single monster on the island itself, at least when the game had first launched, and have them sing the game away, if you will. I think that's such a nice idea, and it's formed so well to say there's so many monsters on the islands, and you just don't have that with Amber Island. And it's really hard to pull off. You only really see it with the continent as well, where they've done it really well. So disagree, moving on. This rule is going to become iconic now. This live stream hitting. Sylveon doesn't say it's a spicy one, this one, but still a little bit of spicier. PomPom is at the lowest tier inside of the Pomily. Hula, Sousa, and Ruba are superior in every single way. I can get behind this a little bit. You know what? No, I agree with it full-heartedly. Synthetic says the Cold Island Colossal. Which meaning, oh yes, we have a question coming up about that, so I'll answer that then, Synthetic as well. Yeah, we'll totally get onto that in a bit. Yes, I do agree, because the Pomily started with PomPom, so as the Pomily continued to expand, I think the designs also got way better as well, and I think we do see that. So I would say, yes, agree, strong agree, thumbs up there. I mean, look at Sousa's design. They blew it away with the rares as well. I mean, there's the thing as well. The rare and epic designs for the Pomily are only going to get better as well from the rare PomPom ones. Not sure if this is a spicy opinion, but Cloud Island is the best on a Fire Island. Space is the second close. Disagree. Disagree, Starhenge all the way. Starhenge, unique monsters, unique song, absolute bopper of a song. Xyster Oblivious, every monster and song is good in its own way. Oh, we're getting too many chats here. I'm falling behind. Including Dawn of Fire songs and Prismatics. Yes, even Prismatic TR. Well, I might have to disagree on that Prismatic Wullaby, because that were one that we don't like. But yeah, everything is good in its own way. Maybe even Prismatic Wullaby. I don't know if I can give it Prismatic Wullaby. I'm sorry. I'm tarnished by the thing, okay? It's become a meme online as well. I've seen people editing it together of me, and like I'm sat there like just in disgrace watching these things. I'm like, what? Can you just make a proper Prismatic Wullaby, please? I want my Epic Wullaby to be made of candy floss. I'm still sticking to that. I want it. Please make it happen, Big Blue Bubble. I don't know, man. Oh, sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. Let's have a moment here. Adenora Meh. My spicy opinion. I think Bisonorus is the best quad. I just think it sounds amazing on every island. And I adore its design. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, because I'd say Bisonorus on Amber Island has a very similar sound towards Wink, and that's part of the reason why I was left with a little bit more to be bargained with, just like all of the Amber Island monsters, but I expected that obviously at the time. I feel like Wink should just play again, you know, and Bisonorus should do something else. You know, that's the thing though, ain't it? I can say the same thing with Tusky and then Bowhead, because they do very similar things, and you could just have them play again, and then the other could do more. It's just Amber Island, ain't it? We're not going into that, but the point back to the question was where is my question gone here? I don't know where it's gone on the screen. Well, anyway, it was about Bisonorus. Oh, wait, no, it was in the super chat, wasn't it? That's why. The Bisonorus on Cave Island is really cool. I really like it there. I think my favourite, though, is on the continent, because Bisonorus plays in the verse that doesn't really have a lot going on, and it's a really big feature inside of that. I love it there. Let's move on to his next spicy take. Blake's box. We definitely need Ethereal Island and Mythical Island Mythicals. I still feel like the song isn't finished enough. I think one of the Mythicals needs to be a steel pan. I feel like I've got everyone wanting that now. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm using it as a microphone now as well. That's what everyone wanted. They did want it, yeah. Okay, and they want a tambourine. That would be an interesting thing on Amber Island. I'm quite liking the more out there instruments though, like the more synth-styled ones, the big drums that they're using on it. I feel like that's really what Mythical Island is turning into, is just where they're using these huge instruments. So, not sure about the tambourine there, but anything on Mythical I feel like is really good anyway. So, it's hard to argue with you. I think though, the Firehaven Mythicals will finish the song. I have full faith in them that those will conclude it. I mean, all islands pretty much have 15 monsters usually on them, and it just makes sense to me to conclude it as is. And I feel like the Mythicals have had a really good run, and especially my videos that I'm going to be coming on to. I have so many videos planned that are going to be coming really soon, by the way, guys, about new content and new updates that have been in the works for a really long time, and some collabs with people, so make sure to stay tuned for those as well. But yes, I do disagree. I think the Mythicals have had a great run, but we're moving on to other things now. And stay tuned for what I think that could be. Oh, TME. Are you gonna... I'm gonna disagree with you, am I now, TME? Well, we'll see, we'll see. Galvana's second... Oh, I know what you're saying now. You always tell me this. Galvana's second track on Starhenge is obnoxious. This is my strongest disagree yet. I actually hurt my hand. It ruins the majestic vibe. Additionally, Loodvigg doesn't harmonise well with the rest of the monsters in the first half of the song. I love my Galvana there. However, I do have to reconcile with the Monster Explorers a little bit here, because I do see what they mean, because on Starhenge, it does kind of introduce a new kind of vibe into the song, and when we'd not really experienced that before Galvana came along, I feel like if people were more accustomed to that and were looking forward to that kind of vibe, that is kind of ruined a little bit with Galvana. I will give you that, TME. However, I'm a big Galvana fan. I love my Galvana. Galvana is literally my favourite monster on Starhenge. I love everything that it does. It makes the song way more cool, and it brings about that vibe in terms of the lore of making it this majestic monster, just exactly as you're describing there, whilst also uplifting the song into a new kind of vibe, which is much more of the kind of thing which I'd like to listen to. But yeah, I agree. Loodvigg doesn't harmonise well with the first monsters. I have to disagree with that as well. I really like Loodvigg's parts there. Nice, echoing. I like the effect that it brings into the song. I'm sorry, TME, but strong disagree there. The strongest yet. Bone Apple Tea. Amber Island was a missed opportunity song-wise. They've proven they can compose really good songs with mass amounts of monsters gold/content. However, that was composed by someone else, so do keep that in mind. That was Dave Kerr, and right now we have Sam McKaylee doing it, don't we? So keeping that in mind, I do see how it's a missed out opportunity, and I do agree it's the weakest song, but just agree. Thumbs up. There we go. Assassin Pummel. Who do you think is... the most underrated natural monster? I believe Pummel, Campbell, and Scups deserve more love from the community. Yeah, those are some good ones. I think the main one that I'd say is underrated, who actually brings a lot towards every single song. I mean, you have your Bogots that are always recognised and everything, but I'd actually go ahead and say Reedlane. Reedlane doesn't get as much love, I feel like, as the other ones, and what it does on Firehaven and Water Island. Those islands just would not be the same without it. And it just doesn't get as much love, I feel. Not as bad as those monsters what you'd mentioned, probably, but I feel like it does deserve a bit more. Look at this tutor. It does so much. Especially on Firehaven. You can't have the songs without it. It's so good. Earth as well. Reedlane love in the hashtag Reedlane love, guys. Armageddon. Hot take. Dawn of Fire is way better. Oh, okay. The original is bigger, but Dawn of Fire is more active, and I love playing. Plus, more updates doesn't equally mean more playable. Fortnite is updated way more than TF2. I don't know what that means, but I wonder which is better. Okay, right. I don't know what those games are. Well, I know what Fortnite is, obviously, but I don't play it. But I think Dawn of Fire has a lot of potential. We've said that, I think, in previous streams, but I wouldn't say it's better. I think it keeps you playing more, but I would say the mechanics in the original game are my favourite, personally. I think Dawn of Fire, there's a lot of clunk around it, and I can see why people don't like it. I personally really like Dawn of Fire, and I'm able to look past that, but I do understand why there's so much, shall we say, what's the word? When you've got a heap of something around it and it's just a lump around it. I can see why that is there, but yeah, I'd say the original's better. Cream Chase. The natural islands are some of the most mediocre islands in the series. The nursery rhymes compared to stuff like Cave, Bone, and Amber. Disagree. Where's me? Yep. Disagree. I think the natural islands are the foundations of islands. They provide so much in terms of song. They're able to be expanded upon so many times. You seriously can't ask for better islands, I think, than the natural ones to get started with. And just in general, the songs, they're so cool. I do see what you mean in terms of genres, though. I think the natural islands differ so much to the ones that you've mentioned. Cave, Bone, Amber. Yeah, those are way different. Bone and Amber are different as well. So what you're saying there is different as well. So I guess it does come down to personal taste there, though. AFK Optic says, if you don't like how repetitive Light Island is, you can turn down Cane and Mammoth and Potbelly. It's a beautiful island. Fiddlebin is my favourite. I agree, it is a beautiful island. I do think it's overhated. I will give it that. But I think in terms of repetitiveness behind the song, like, that is just something that you'd notice, you know, when you're composing it, and then it is something that should have been looked at maybe with the song as that does come up time and time again, but that opinion, doesn't it? Blah blah. My spicy opinion is that Spurrit isn't as bad as you would say it is. Spurrit is my least favourite monster in the game. I don't like the contribution it has, and I am worried about it being on Fire Oasis. I don't really know what to say beyond that. I've got to just Whack Hugh music. MPG, is it just me, or do the monster handlers make every update so much better than the last? I agree with this. Strong agree. Every single My Singing Monsters update that comes is so much better. We've had, literally, we went from Clover Spell. We had so much inside of that. We got Tusky, Clover Spell all on the same day, and then we're coming over to now. We've got Rare Wublins and the 2 Mythicals. It's insane. I mean, when the Earth Mythicals came, we definitely didn't have anything alongside it, and they just keep upping the ante. Really crazy. They spread it out, the stuff around the Earth Mythical, though. When the Water ones came, they just were like, we're releasing it all now. We have loads more stuff planned as well. So we know they have some other update planned for this month too. Stay tuned for my theories on that. Shaw Vermo. Spicy opinion. Anglow's first track is way too loud. Strong agree. / jarring. Yes, it's like a siren. I agree, and it ruins the vibe. I'm sorry, but I agree. I think Anglow is personally one of my least favourites. I'm going to add them to that as well. I'm going to annoy so many people, though, with saying that, I know, but it's just how I feel, guys. I'm sorry. I know that as well, when monsters first release, everyone is all over them, and it's hard for them to, like, hear it, because as well, people just love new stuff. So I feel like better saying these kind of opinions later down the line. Is this an Anglow or a PingHound? I think it's an... Is it a... Yes, it's a PingHound. I bred that first try, guys. You see, mobile. It's mobile. I just get a good look all the time. I went on. I'm waving this around. I went on my mobile game and I bred, no joke, rare natural quads. First try. 2 of them on every single natural island for my rare Wublins, except rare Dejas on Cold Island. So I've managed to breed 8 rare quads first try on mobile. I don't know what my luck is on mobile, but it's something else. And then you go on Steam, I'm the most unluckiest person ever. It's crazy. I would say that's not because I'm not getting used to it. I don't know though. I'm not finding myself to be able to get used to it. And I'd say Anglow on War Island, it's just ruined the vibe for me personally. I'm not able to get used to it. For me, War Island is all about being calm, tranquil, going with the flow like water, and then Anglow, boop, boop. It's just like, I don't know, it just ruins the vibe for me. I can't listen to Water Island in the same way anymore. So personally, I'm going to be going back to my old Water Island video. That's my take, though. I know lots of people love Anglow and PingHound, and I love them too. I will give it that. Its designs are amazing, and its lore are the best for any mythical that we've really seen. The lore side of things, I think design goes to her, though, for me. I really like their design. Let's place you down. Oh, my favourite verse. Bamkakane. Not sure how to pronounce that. I hope I said it right. Rare Wublins might be the worst way Big Blue Bubble could have thought of artificially increasing playtime. I don't know. Disagree. And just when I thought rares and epics on Gold Island was bad enough, I don't know. That's like a reward for playing the game, though, I feel like, on Gold Island. Because, I mean, sure, Wubbox, rare Wubbox, you're going to be looking at putting your rares in, but you keep them on the normal islands. It's basically just a bonus for getting them on the original island, so I don't see a reason to complain there. I think it's just an excellent bonus that you're getting with that. I'm willing to bet that the Celestials are going to get the same rare treatment. That is up in the air. They were much more adamant. With the rare Wublins, they've been like, oh, maybe it could happen. But with the rare Celestials, like, there is only one of every Celestial. And it's very important in the lore. So it is up in the air whether they could come. But would they? The answer is probably yes. Because the rare Wublins do seem to be doing quite well. Oh, Psychic is D tier. Jen Bobby says, the song builds up to something. I didn't read that quick enough. But B tier. It's in the middle islands. I'll give it that. I don't think it's as strong as the other ones. I love all of them. I'm finding this really hard. There's lots of spicy takes in here that are like negative that we're like going over today. It's interesting though. We like these spicy takes. Zynth Oblivious says, rare Xyster has come around for me, but I disliked it in beginning. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. It's like Prismatic Wallaby. Sometimes things just don't go your way, though, with designs, I feel, for your favourites, when it's rares and epics. With Rare Wallaby, I was happy with that. Yeah, that does kind of suck, though. I think Rare Xyster is really cool, though. Oh, man, though. Being your favourite monster? Nah. At least we have the original monsters. They might always be best anyway, in his heart's right. I don't know if the rare or epic Pekina would be able to win my heart in the same way as Pekina, right? Ooh. I think the rare Wublins were an excellent way in adding the option to go there if you want to. It's not like you have to get these rare Wublins. The rare and epics are always like, in the monster book, for example, it's always, these are the commons and then these are the rares. You see what I mean? Oh, wait. Let me show you guys, because you can't see. Yeah. See, it says common, rares, epics, seasonals. It's like they are a separate part of the experience, which I always do appreciate. Because some people don't want to get these variants, and that's fine. What's his next one? The Banana Boy. I like that name. That's cool. Like Banana Man from Miraculous, yes. Miraculous Ladybug. The Dipsters are good on every island they're on. And I'm pretending. I'm tired of pretending they aren't. They don't ruin any island. They help them. And the worst set of Dipsters is Bone Island. Oh, no. I'm sorry. No, you've lost me already. Best Dipsters are Bone Island, in my opinion. And I would say that, yes, I do agree that they're overhated potentially. I think that the community does go leap and bounds into hating these things. I think they are a little irritating on some islands. I'm not sure though. Maybe they are over here just a smidge. I don't personally like them, but I do see your warrant here. Not with Bone Island though. Not with Bone Island. Again, if I'm saying I don't agree with any of you guys' opinions, keep in mind it's just my own, and it's all for fun. Next one. Zuki1814. Mythical Island is not S tier. Doesn't mean it's bad though. They think it's at high tier at best, and it's concerning to them that Cranch's verse only has so many monsters when there's only 2 monsters left. Yeah, I do agree there. There's not much going on there, and it is a bit concerning. I do agree, but we've got 2 left, and you can never say never. And I have full faith in the Mythical Island song because it's already turning out so cool. Except Spot Mythicals, maybe. First track, Anglow. PingHound. This PingHound's cute though. Let's live it up. I wonder why it's called Bazit. Xyster Oblivious has another hot take. Anglow has worse sound than Gobbleygourd. Oh! That is an hot take. I think I'd place... I'm so sorry, but I think in terms of my least favourites, I'm going to place Anglow potentially lower than Gobbleygourd, maybe too. Maybe? Yeah, I think I'm going to do it because Mythical Island is one of my favourite songs, and I don't with its first track. I have to agree, maybe. I think I'm going to have to update my least favourite monsters on my site to include not PingHound, sorry, Anglow. I think PingHound's sound is alright. It's alright on Amber Island. It's just okay. We got another donation there, which unfortunately I didn't get a chance to read. The Monster Explorers. Hot take! You're absolutely one of the best YouTubers of all time. Oh! You definitely edit your videos in a way for sure. Wullaby is certainly a monster. Yes, it's a Monster Explorer. Whoa. Yeah, thank you though, TME. Yeah, I love editing my videos, man, and everything about YouTube. Yeah, it's so cool. What's this next one? Mystery Music. What direction do you think MSM is headed from here? Like, what do you think they could do with future islands? I have so many videos planned. Literally just wait in the next 2 weeks and all your questions will be answered. I have so many videos planned. I'm probably not going to be able to get them all out there, but at least one will end up there, so just wait, guys. Fire Oasis Gaming. And yes, I actually do make sure to go and watch them too, because I don't know whether my theories are right, but I'm on a pretty good streak right now. My last time I was wrong was Mimic Island, and that was 4 months ago in December. So I'm on a pretty good streak right now with my theories. Let's hope that they continue to be that way. Fire Oasis Gaming. What do you think of the Cold Island Colossal? I am so in love with the Cold Island Colossal. I can't actually get it right now. Oh, because I don't have it on mobile. I have it on Steam now, luckily. Logan had to lend me his game yesterday because I literally was a day behind on the Cold Island Colossal. It was so kind of, it literally melted my heart. He said that I was like, oh, you can get the final piece because you've been working so hard towards it. And he was like, no, you can go ahead and get in the video. And I was like screaming behind the scenes. He has no idea probably how much the Colossals mean to me. It was just an amazing moment. Yeah, the Cold Island Colossal though, I think it fits the Cold Island atmosphere. I was so amazed by how they managed to change it from Plant Island. It has like a buzzing effect and these icicle-like sounds. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so cool how well it manages to mimic that Cold Island atmosphere, yet also stay true towards the Plant Island one. I am loving the Colossal sounds right now. I was going ahead and listening to them and all of the unique awakening sounds. It's just so cool how they've gone ahead and done it. They've really made them as though they're these ancient beings, which is exactly the right direction that you want. In terms of sound, it's amazing. And I think they've really listened to the community because I was really worried if you go back and watch my theories about the lore, they weren't doing anything. But now they've added a bio for these things. You've got names coming for each Colossal later in Anniversary year that could tie to other things. Who knows? And I just feel like they're doing so much of what the community originally wanted and listen to the feedback behind there not being lore and the confusion behind things that they'd established in the past and potentially going against it. It seems like they're listening to the community a lot more now, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm all over these Colossals honestly now. Hoodie Horizon. MSM fans overreact too much when the monster actually looks like a monster. Schlep epics, yep. All over it, rare ostrich, everything. Everyone always seems to dislike things like this. I think these monsters are really cool though, and it actually really excites me because it's different, ain't it? You don't see it all that much where monsters genuinely look like monsters inside of this game in terms of the ugliness side, so it's interesting, that side. Jen Bobby says Gobbleygourd is extremely overhated for what it is. Okay, hot take here, yeah. I think seasonal Shanty is okay. It sounds decent on there, but and Fire Oasis, okay. I think it's Fire Haven where everyone takes issue with because Firehaven as well is the island where you're probably all likely to encounter it first. So I feel like that initial first experience is what everyone bases it on. So I see what you mean. Lots of people love Gobbleygourd and it has an excellent personality. Somewhat agree. Crayon Chevin, my greatest birthday present. I just wanted to put this up to say happy birthday, Crayon, if you're watching. Pixelbot 3001. The Eggstravaganza water mythical was honestly kind of a letdown. I've seen lots of these comments, so it doesn't seem to be just me, which I was a bit worried about, that it was just me feeling this way. I think in my reaction video, you see at the end me questioning the sounds a little bit. The animations are amazing and stuff behind them again, though, in the lore, so that really makes up those water mythicals. Exactly like I said in my reaction video. Yeah, we would have loved the seal pan. Hopefully we see that one down Water Island, although I don't know how likely that is. Olin 223. Oh boy, you know that I love my Colossals and their lore, and you know what it meant right in this comment. Disagree. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think the critters offer a lot towards the islands, and I think this is everyone's own interpretation. Obviously, maybe besides Mythical Island, because we only have the moon. Not really much of a critter on here, but I see what you mean. I mean, the Colossals, we've not really had a chance to get to know them yet, though. So I feel like we don't really have the chance to say things like this fully established and like well until we know these Colossals in depth a little bit more. Because it feels like we're only just touching them at this point. So maybe hold back on that comment a little bit longer, see what we get out of as Colossals, and see what you mean. But critters, unique, absolutely amazing. I mean, it's the only time we see monsters other than work mode is off. Alright, alright, iPhone. I don't know what that means. I think it's the only time in it that we see them out, see creatures inside of the monster world other than the monsters themselves. So I do see what you mean, and it's interesting to see that aspect behind it. So yeah, but also no, I love my Colossals too much and too dearly, so I'm sorry, but I've got to go with that one. Milo says, MPG, what is your favourite island that is hated in the community? Mine is personally Seasonal Shanty. Okay, so in terms of community least favourites, we have Light Island, Seasonal Shanty. Let me go up my islands here. Party Island, Light Island, Seasonal Shanty, and Amber Island, right? I'd go with Seasonal Shanty as well. I think that's a good choice. Unique monsters on there. In terms of song, I think I'd go with Light. Even though it's repetitive, it still has a lot going for it. And I think I'd like the Light song a little... No, I like Seasonal Shanty more. No. Seasonal Shanty, we'll go with that. Next one. Productions. Got to say, Gobbleygourd deserves to be deleted from existence. Alright. Disagree. Even though Gobbleygourd and monsters like it aren't particularly well liked, I see the contributions that they give, and we wouldn't have things like the Monstriana trenches and all that cool lore without Anglow. So even though these monsters that potentially we don't like as much as the other ones, and or maybe hated a little bit in the community, I don't think they deserve to be deleted. I don't get the sense with that with anyone except from Spurrit. Anyway, moving on. Does it count as cannibalism? Hello, I'm a rock says if we feed turkey to Gobbleygourd. How am I supposed to approach this question? Zeast Oblivious says, let's move on from this question for a moment. Yeah, I need a bit of reconciling from this. Can Lover is the worst on Amber? Bob Wink is. Yes, Bob is. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure about Wink. Wink is alright. Wink is decent. Bob, though. Bob is something else. Yeah, I've heard a rumour. Just a rumour. Might not be true, but I've heard a rumour from the composer behind Amber Island that the reason why the original voice actors weren't used was because the composer just didn't know they had them still. I don't know how true that is. Apparently, they didn't really have that much direction with the Amber Island song. These are all new rumours which I have heard. Not sure if they're true, but the rumours be circulating, and if that is true, we could have had a cool Bob there. In terms of cannibalism, if you feed your turkeys, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, as a vegan, I'm sat here and I'm thinking, I'd say so. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking of it from a logistics standpoint, by the way. I know in terms of the law, it's all, they've described it as being vegan, all of the food, so, but still, Gobbleygourd having to eat that. It just feels like it is. It feels like it is. Genroids. Pixolotl is overrated. I agree with this comment. Agree. They're not a bad monster, but still overrated. I think it's an amazing monster, Pixolotl. I love them, and I think they deserve full-on all of the love that they get. But out of every single monster in the game, it seems like everyone's all over this one. Give my hate monsters some more love. Ones like Giga. Look at this guy. Deserves some more love. That's one to go get behind. The O'Berry. I think I've addressed this on a previous live stream too. The Celestials should have stayed in Dawn of Fire, and the Colossals reveal and sound were underwhelming for what they are. I agree with it being underwhelming. I think the Colossals could have been revealed so much more better. Imagining them being in a proper trailer instead of them being teased at the end, it would have been really awesome. And it would have been really cool to have seen them have this really hype moment. I feel like as we continue to explore the Colossals, though, we might get that moment. So that's what we're hoping for. An actual trailer like they do for the Rare Wublins, for example, would have absolutely knocked the ball out of the park, though. And yes, I am going to be watching trailers before in my reactions from now on. I learned that from the Rare Wublins. The loading screen, I could not deal when I saw that thing. In terms of the Celestials staying in Dawn of Fire, I think I get behind that. The Celestials, to me, always feel like they are the ones that should have stayed behind in Dawn of Fire out of anyone, and Starhenge is so much better to me. So, I get that. I kind of agree. I'm somewhat in the middle. Elias says, Rare Shelby is the only rare monster that is good. Oh, that's a hot take for sure, Elias. I also like Amber Island because it has two of my favourite monsters, Yelma and Ziawa. You've got some red peppers there. Yeah. Tiawa, oh, that's one of my favourites as well in Yelma. So yeah, I get behind that. I agree. Yeah, I like Amber Island a lot too. We're being a bit harsh towards these islands. Rare Shelby being the only good rare monster. I'm really in love with Rare Poke right now, Elias. So I don't think I can get behind that though because of how much I just love Rare Poke. I think you're supposed to say Poke instead of Poke. I'm used to saying Poke, so that's how I always pronounce it. It's your boy says, Celestial Island is underrated. The song slaps. Oh, I do agree with you. It gets foreshadowed though by Starhenge, I do feel. And the fact that the mechanics are so hard. I think that's where people fall off of this island. And maybe why it isn't looked up towards as much as the other ones. Jurex Z666. What's the most overrated monster in My Singing Monsters? That is a hard question right there. Out of all the monsters, there's 300 monsters now, right? Why are you asking me these questions? Overrated, though. Got to have a really long think about this one. I'd probably say one of the new Amber Island monsters, honestly. Because right now, where it stands, they aren't contributing as much towards the song. So it's Dawn of Fire though, where they're going to be amazing. So I suppose you do have to base it on that as well. Next one. YOLO. Oh, Pikmin enjoy yo. I like my Pikmin and I'm liking this name. I'm excited for Pikmin 4. That will be all I'm doing inside of July. I don't know. I can't tell you how much that excited me when I saw that trailer. I don't know if this is unpopular, but I'm not the biggest fan of rares and epics. I'd rather have original content than having a rare and epic for every monster in the game at a very slow rate. Also, Wublin Island stinks. Oh, okay. 2 hot takes here. We'll take this one at a time, shall we? I think, personally, the rares and epics are excellent additions towards just filling out the game a bit more and giving us something to do and getting the chance to experience some new lore and designs. It's not about the sounds with these guys, and I do get where you're coming from because My Singing Monsters is based around the songs, so seeing something different often sometimes people might not be looking towards that, but they help you make your island your own, and it's really cool to see, and they're a lot easier to make too. You got to keep in mind than original content. So while they can make these awesome rares and epics and bring them out at a somewhat decent pace, I think it's awesome. And the slow rate, we've been seeing rares or epics like more or less like every week, so I think they're coming out at a really good pace, and we've just got loads of rare Wublins too. So I'm going to disagree on that one. Wublin Island stinks. I'm sorry, but Celestial Island is indefinitely better. Yeah, Wublin Island takes the cake for me, unfortunately, but it's interesting to see these unique opinions. Oh, now we're on to the MSM wiki ones. Got some memes here. Opinions on this image, someone's asked. Bro wanted boozy made, but got this instead. And then we've got a picture of the mammoth down here, rocking this new hairstyle. Oh, my opinion on this image is just, what a travesty. This poor mammoth looking for this haircut. Oh, lemonade cat, I love this meme. I think it provided some MSM memes for us in the past, inside of either my meme here video, or maybe the water prediction one. So thank you for that. I love the memes. Keep them coming. Bubba dub dub dub. This tea tastes a little weird, and then we've got a teapot with some diamonds. That's funny. Oh, of course it's going to taste weird, but you know what? Rebro is the type of monster that would genuinely eat that kind of a material from diamonds. And also, those time-bending properties of those diamonds, Rebro, you're going to end up some weird places if you eat those. So I don't think I'd advise it, but you do what you got to do to keep that mind going, Rebro. Wolfen Extra. Question. What makes you instantly hate an island design? That's hard, because I've not found any island design that I've not liked. I like every single one. So asking me that, that's like... That's asking me for something that I don't even know yet. Lotex and Friends. Starhenge is the worst island in MSM. Oh, hot take there. Yeah, I like the vibe that Starhenge goes for. That's such a hot take. Oh, no. I can't. Starhenge is one of my favourite islands. That's hard for me to approach, to be honest. But interesting. Interesting opinion. We're going all around. We're going full throttle here. I think if it was... if I was to say what would make me hate, I think that's a strong word, shall we say dislike, an island design would be if it was bland, if it didn't have as much going on. I think nowadays, too, they're integrating a lot more lore into these things, so without that probably would take away from it, too. Not necessarily the design part there, just the overall lore. I suppose it is in a sense, though, because if you don't associate that with the island design, what are you going to associate with? Also, hot take, Epic Tweedle is adorable. Oh, no. Diane Delsig would not agree with you on that comment. Me and her were talking, and she was like, Epic Tweedle was... It's not one of her favourites, and she had to reveal it, and she was talking me through it out. Epic PomPom was so cool, the one that I revealed. And she ended up having to reveal Epic Tweedle, which she didn't really like. Yeah, I don't really agree with that, but it goes back to his remark earlier that these monsters that are ugly, well, quote-unquote ugly, debatable, I think are awesome in their own right, and it's really cool to discover them, and the game, it wouldn't be as unique without them. So I don't think it deserves to be called ugly. I think it deserves to be called cool. I'm seeing lots of hot take comments in the chat. We'll take one in a minute, so put your hot takes in and we'll take one. Oh, we've got an image. That random boy 90. We need Pyrosite returning in Dawn of Fire. I'm not sure how Pyrosite would return, though. That seems like it'd need something bigger than what Big Blue Bubble is willing to do. So, not sure whether we'd see that. We've got to have Firehaven on. It's appropriating it with Pyrosite. And so, Dawn of Fire can finally update again. Oh, so you wanted a Dawn of Fire update. Okay, so if you want in that, I feel like it has to be quite a bigger update on like the grander scale, so I would like to see it return though. That would be really cool. What do you think about these monsters I made this year too? So we got a crystal one, and they're using all these prismatic shards. Really nice. Makes me want something from Dawn of Fire. Oh, I like the green one. The green one is cute. There, yeah. The yellow one looks kind of like a giraffe. I'm vibing it a lot. Yeah, I like them. Next one. All the rare Wublins are amazing, but rare poke is best. Big fat thumbs up. Love rare poke. It's my favourite too. Lots to get behind that one. You can see how much time was spent on that. Way more time, I think, other than every other rare that we've seen. So cool. Just the rare Wublins in general, though. They each have been so amazing. Oh, Dema Cheese here. This is a spicy one. Do I still consider Kanan to be the greedy hag? We've got to give a bit of context towards us newer viewers here. So, in a really old video, unlisted now I think, I called Kano a greedy hag because when I first got Dawn of Fire, Kano was being the greediest thing. It was wanting everything, everywhere. And I referenced this inside of an Amber Island video because it wanted every single monster as well, I remember. Do I still consider it to be a greedy hag? I don't know. I don't know. It seems to always want everything. It's an MPG thing. We've got to go with still college. Dracovish Sim. Should you do Brump forms instead of Zynth forms? Yes. Now that Wublin Island has been updated, I think that you should because Brumps are way easier. Is Brump 2x2? I've not actually looked that in depth at the tiles yet, so let's have a look. I've been that busy making so many videos because there's been that many new updates this week. I've not really had chance. Oh, so Zucker is 2x2, Blipsqueak, Wadje, oh, Pixolotl, Zin, oh, and Screamo. It's really nice. They need to add a hotel onto this thing though still, because there's still not enough room. Yeah, you should though, because Brumps are way easier to wake up. Brumps are the new Zymphs. Really weird to say that, but it's the fact now. And they also, from what I've gathered, seem to produce the same diamonds. So you got nothing to lose by doing it. I mean, everyone's in it for the diamonds, right? With the forms on Wublin. And personally, though, I'm not going to be using any form now because I'm loving all the Wublin updates that come in with the rares. Onion Pasta. What are your thoughts on the change in Wublin sizes and the changes in currency production? I'm really in love. They've not took anything away. They've not gone, oh, this monster makes 1 diamond now. They've actually only added to it, and you're only gaining from it. Like, Wubbox will make 4 diamonds, and Dermot will make, Drumroll will make 3. And then you've got Zynth and Brump who are making 2 diamonds. It equals itself out, and it's still, as well, really good for farms. It actually just means you're making more. It's great. I think we still do need more space, though. I don't think they've done enough, because I can't go ahead and get me commons now. I only have my rares that I'm getting, because there's not enough space. But I think adding a hotel would solve that. So hopefully they do. Oh, what's this? You like this? Oh, I love that egg dom. That is adorable. Look at that little rare poke. That's the most adorable thing I've... Oh. That's so cute. Most adorable fan art of the week. I have to say, though, I really liked Ral's April Fool's design. I really like that as well this week. Yeah, cutest one for sure this week. So cute. Would you rather Tapcon Picnic or Wallaby? If you pick Wallaby, you might get stuck with the prismatic. No! That thing's... No. That's from a whole... That's from a whole of a universe. It's not my Singing Monsters universe. It's from somewhere else, okay? No, I would not choose Wallaby, absolutely. I think I'd go with Pechina, obviously, because that's my favourite. But that's really hard for me, because I love Tapcon a lot, too. It's my second favourite. Lots of love to Tapcon. I'm so sorry. I've got to go with Pechina, though. Got to yatta out. Let's take a comment from the chat then, shall we? Hot take. Beans for Roblox says Toejammer is the worst single elemental. Ooh. the worst. I like Toadjammer. That's hard for me. I think I don't really have a least favourite of the single elementals. I kind of just like them all. They feel really good as being base monsters. I think the magical ones are my favourite quite easily. I don't know. I disagree. Disagree. Opinions on the polarity feature. Oh, hot take here. But I don't think I like it that much. To me, the Unity tree structure has always been you can decorate your islands as you want, and now integrating it so you have to place your Wublins in certain places for them to do more. I don't know, I just wanted structure to come along that makes me able to place my monsters anywhere, because I want to decorate my Wublin like I want to decorate, if you know what I mean. So I would like a Unity tree structure, but other than that, I think it's a really interesting take on the happiness mechanic, also incorporating the unhappiness. Overall, it's really interesting, especially seeing as though they've made it different towards having 4 likes. But yeah, we still need that structure. Let's go to this controversial island. Oh, what is this? Slyfox64. How do you like this? That is very clever. So, seeing as though Pixolotl is based on an Axolotl, they've made it pretty much fully based around it. This rare Pixolotl design. At least I'm assuming it's rare. Yeah, that is amazing. I like how you've still included the little pixel meshes along it to incorporate that pixel side of Pixolotl still. And made them sort of the arms behind it. Really interesting. You've got me thinking there about what rare Pixolotl could look like. Please, yes, inspiration from Axolotl. You've sold me now, I need that. Poopy doo-doo. Do you? That's an appropriate name for this question. Do I prefer showers or baths? I prefer my showers. I never have a bath. I only have a bath when I am feeling absolutely flabbergasted and shattered, and I can't deal, I need to lay down. But that pretty much never happens. I'm a shower guy. Next one. Oh, what's this? Humbuggy 2010. Why not check out my Rare J? Oh, now that is a good one. That is very creative. Look at that. So this one has no legs, and it's actually riding on a rocket. Oh my goodness. And then you've got the unique electro lights coming from it. Very befitting of Wublin Island. I love that a lot, and I think it's probably a lot more than what we might see out of Rare J. But the rare Wublins are serving, so honestly, who knows? Next one. Toby the First. Seasonal Shanty is one of my favourite islands in the game. A question if there was an update that focused on the Celestials. Oh, so we got 2 things here. So, Seasonal Shanty being your favourite island, I get behind that. Lovely monsters on Seasonal Shanty. For the Celestial update, stay tuned. Might be discussing about it sometime soon. I like the big fat opinions are just massive on the screen. Tomato Sealant Magical Sanctum is boring to me. Nah, disagree. Strong disagree. Magical Sanctum is one of my favourite islands. However, I garner what you mean here, and I see how people can view it that way. It's just the song is a bop to me, and I see why it was made the way it was, because I find it to be very encapsulating. But interesting opinion. I like him when I go on the next one and it's just a big fat text block on screen. Tyler Herdman. I strongly dislike Kana. Kana gets too much hate. You see, Kana appeared on every single Magical Island, and then it felt like Kana just disintegrated into everyone feeling this way towards Kana, because it kept appearing and appearing and appearing, because it literally went all of the Magical Islands, then Amber Island, and it's literally been on every single island, it seems, that has been added to the game recently. So I feel like that gives people a reason because it's just appeared so much. But personally, I really love Kana. I think Kana gets a lot of bash on Light Island, but I don't think it's deserved. Interesting opinion though there, Tyler. Halen Lemma. Air Epic Wubbox is best Wubbox. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that the Air Island Epic Wubbox gets way too much hate behind it. I love my Air Island Epic Wubbox too. I think it's really cool. I love the animations behind this guy. It's probably the main reason why I like it, because of the wings. It's got the most amazing animation Epic Wubbox in Air Island. My favourite out of all the Epic Wubboxes is animation. Not my favourite Epic Wubbox, but I agree that it's a bit... It needs more love. Froggy Chair. Like the name. Animal Crossing memes. Schlep forever. Yeah. This is one I can get behind. Everyone who's saying they don't like Schlep, take that. Nah, we all have his least favourite monsters though, don't we? Should we keep Schlep on screen now? Okay. What over... Oh my goodness, we've got lots of opinions in the chat. We've got lots of opinions. And we're going to be reading. Let's have a look. Whose are we going to be reading? Beans for Roblox, we're going to say. Hot take, Psychic Island is the best magical island. Very hot take there. We've addressed that one earlier. Someone's saying Krilby is the GOAT. Krilby is criminally underrated. I agree. Krilby carries Cloud Island. It's got a beautiful sound. Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to leave it at that, though, today, guys. I've enjoyed these hot takes. Once again, these are just my opinions, so do keep that in mind. And the amazing thing about My Singing Monsters is that it's a world for everyone to explore and form their own opinions about. And some people's least favourite thing can become the favourite thing. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be seeing you guys later. I've got lots and lots and lots of videos in the works, so make sure to stay tuned, especially for people looking towards the future of My Singing Monsters. There's going to be a lot there, I think, towards what could come, so stay tuned. But now though, guys, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.